I got my shot glass. We're going to do this live. I'm getting drunk for the first time on live. Y'all know, check the pin comment. Hey, check the pin comment. Comment the word join for the detailed protocols for every disease and illness. You know I got to have my shot glass because I'm going to show y'all me getting drunk for the first time on live as an experiment. All right, to see how I react mentally and everything like that, okay? So, yeah. Hey, comment the word join for the detailed protocol for every single disease and illness. I got my shot glass. I'm about to get drunk for the first time on live. Hey, y'all know I'm lying to y'all. You know I got my shot glass. Because why? I'm about to do some Q&A. Drop your questions. We're about to take a ginger shot. We keep the ginger shot stored in a glass container, of course, not in plastic. So let's go ahead and do that while y'all drop some questions. Out of a shot glass made of what? Copper. So I'm going to dive into some of the benefits of drinking anything out of copper. So let's go ahead and do that. Y'all know how y'all drink y'all shots of tequila and whiskey, or I don't know what else y'all be drinking. It's a ginger shot with a little bit of key lime squeezed into it. You know how we do. Love those. Yup. Comment y'all's questions. What health issues y'all got? Comment the word join. If you want the detailed herbal protocol for every disease and illness, then check your DM. Okay? Be sure to check that. About to take this shot. The ginger, I ain't got no chaser on me. What am I going to do? They're like, how do you drink the herbs? They're too bitter. I can't stand the taste. How you drink the ginger shots? I can't stand the taste. But y'all be taking the shots of tequila and whiskey and everything else with no complaints. How's that? All right? Yeah. Yep. Great for your digestion. That's how I start the day with that. Some herbal tea, some dandelion root, some quassia bark, all right, some burdock. What else would I put in my morning teas? Some nettle leaf, all right? Just to get your body going. You don't need that coffee. Just drop the video on coffee, right? Coffee strips all the minerals up out of your body. It's highly acidic. Cocoa, mecca, great herb. All right, and a few others. Jamaican sarsaparilla root I would put in it. That's how I start my day. And then, of course, with the ginger shot. So when we talk about the benefits of copper, all right, just like the copper that goes around your crystals, right? But let's get scientific. Let's not get spiritual and all that stuff. Let's just break it down off of peer-reviewed scientific facts. When you're drinking out of copper, this is what you should be drinking out of, is your copper mug, like this. All right, you got your copper spoons to eat your food. You got your copper straws to sip your coconut water through, or your herbal tea, or whatever you're doing, right? This is because, why? I'm live on all platforms too. Shout out to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram 1, 2, and 3. But copper conducts electrons throughout your body. You know how I talk about your body is electric? Your body is electric because, why? Of the biophotons and the angstroms, which is a measurement of electromagnetic energy that every living thing gives off. So if you're low on angstroms, you're low on electricity, which your body runs on, which means you're literally a low life and you're losing life as we speak, okay? So copper is something that helps conduct energy. It's one of the best conductors of energy. So when you drink your water out of it, not only does it add electricity to your body and angstroms, but it also cleanses out harmful bacteria, microbes. This is peer-reviewed scientific facts. Also, the body communicates electronically. So therefore, if we're drinking out of something that charges our water up, that charges our fruit juices up even more than they already are, it's only beneficial towards you versus drinking out of plastic cups and styrofoam and all that, which is leaching harmful toxins into your bloodstream, which is causing cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, and things like this. Comment 1 if you understand what I'm saying. Comment 1 if you understand what I'm saying. If you want the detailed protocol for sickle cell, comment the word join. If you want the detailed protocol for every disease, every single one, what herbs, how to mix them, how to make them, how to prepare them, comment the word join, and then check your DM, okay? So we talked about that, but also I always talk about the benefits of minerals versus vitamins, because those vitamins are synthetic lab-made vitamins that you're buying at the store on Amazon and Target and so on and so forth. The only real thing that you're going to get is real minerals from real herbs, real fruits, real vegetables, and I teach you how to clean them properly also, all right? You comment the word 1 so I know I'm not talking to myself. Or comment the word join if you want those detailed protocols. All right, but minerals are very important. Okay, minerals that conduct energy, right, matter more than what? Dead materials like your plastic and the stuff that most people are eating off of in the average American household and diet. So I always talk about nutrition, but sometimes I have to bring forth to y'all what's going on in your household Let me know. Comment too also if y'all want me to go live tomorrow, and I'll show you exactly on live how to make your own deodorant, how to make your own toothpaste, what exactly you should be using to wash your hair, to put on your skin, to clean your children. Comment too if y'all want me to go live tomorrow and do that. Let me know. Let me know. Okay, let me know. While y'all are doing that, just back to the copper topic, all right? Because copper naturally purifies water also. Y'all get that fake purified water, which is nothing but processed water. But in fact, if you're consuming things out of copper, it naturally purifies the water without the chemicals, and it kills off harmful microbes, all right, in your body. It kills off bacteria, it kills off certain fungus, and it also gets rid of waterborne pathogens. So this is the importance of why you should always have a copper mug, copper cups, shot glasses for your ginger shots and for your herbs and things like that in your house. That would be very beneficial. Okay, bet. So some of y'all commented too. So tomorrow I'm going to go live. Tomorrow I'm going to go live and I'm going to show y'all how to make your own deodorant, how to make your own body butters, healthy, alkaline, plant-based, no harmful chemicals. And you don't need much and you don't need much money. I did a live on this like back in 2019 showing y'all. It's somewhere on my YouTube page and in my university also, but I'll do a refreshed, updated version since it's been about 5-6 years since I did it, okay? But I really just wanted to, break down why it's important to control the ingredients we're putting in our body, but it's also important to think about what we're eating off of, okay? I know y'all see these viral TikToks and stuff like that talk about this, but I wanted to do an updated live on this because, again, I haven't done one on this specific topic in about 6 years. So yeah, copper is great because it's also full of essential trace minerals, okay? And your body needs these in small amounts, like iron, okay? Iron utilization. Copper helps with iron utilization. So if you're getting your iron, which your best source of iron is iron fluorine, which only comes from green leafy vegetables and herbs, of course, okay? Not the heme iron from the meat and not the fake lab-made synthetic iron from all the capsules and the multivitamins and stuff that you're buying at Vitamin Shop and all that, all right? So copper will help you utilize real iron. It also will help the red blood cells in their formation, right? Which keeps your body healthy, your heart healthy. And it also creates healthy enzymes in the body and allows them to have that activity they need to keep your gut microbiome healthy and keep your gut, your colon, your intestines functioning properly. So that's another reason why it's important to consume things out of copper, all right? To even eat off of copper. Get you some copper spoons. It don't cost much. Stop making excuses. Spend all your money on dumb stuff and hamburgers and pizza and delivery and all that, but you don't spend money on things that will actually help you reverse or prevent disease, okay? And help you not fall in line with what runs in your family, which it doesn't run in your family. The food and the recipes that your family has been consuming, the same ingredients run in your family. Nobody runs in your family. Nobody had a gym membership. Your mom didn't, your dad didn't, your granddad didn't, your grandma didn't. Right? You're not getting cardio. None of your family got adequate amounts of sun. All of your family was eating lab-made, consuming lab-made supplements and vitamins, not the real stuff. So this is what runs in the family, and this is what makes you big bone because you're eating high calories like the rest of your family eats high calories with lack of exercise. Does that make sense? Somebody comment makes sense. So I need to make sure you understand that this is what's going on. Nobody's big boned. Nothing runs in your family. All right? Then people ask me, which I talked about this 5-6 years ago. Somebody comment makes sense or I'm closing this off. I need to make sure you are listening, okay? Once I see some make sense comments, I'll keep going, okay? I'm gonna give y'all a second. Yeah, if you just joined, took a shot. Nice shot of ginger and key lime, 2 ingredients out of the copper shot glass. It's the only reason a shot glass would be utilized in my household, okay? So, very, very important. People come to me, well, what about people that, you don't make sense because what about people that's born with cancer? What about my kid was born with diabetes? What about, he was born with high blood pressure? They was born overweight. They was born missing limbs. They was born that way. So your holistic stuff don't make no sense. No, you don't understand how deep the holistic stuff goes, and you don't understand where it stems from and where it branches from. Because when a child is born with these things, I did a live presentation and videos on this probably 6-7 years ago. When a child is born with things, why are they born with things? Because you as the mother that was carrying, right, your child was carrying them in your gut for 9 months, most times not 9 months, because premature births are constantly on the rise. Why? Because the child is lacking minerals. Why? Because the mom lacks mineral. Why? Because the mom didn't detox properly before getting pregnant. On top of the fact the mom didn't even plan the pregnancy, so of course she didn't detox properly. So you have an unplanned pregnancy in most cases, or you planned it. But even with that being said, no one gave you the knowledge that you needed to detox and cleanse the chemicals the preservatives, the added flavors, the food colorings, the red dye and the yellow dye and the blue dye that's been running through your systems, because now that you're pregnant and your child is eating, it's eating the amniotic fluid every single day, 3 times a day, okay? And when it's doing that, guess what it's consuming? All of those chemicals that are stuck and trapped in your colon and your intestines, all throughout your body. All the acid that's in your body, all the mucus that's in your body, okay? And the child can actually taste this, so it tastes disgusting. And it makes it a very cloudy, foggy environment, so the child wants to get out of there as quick as possible. So they usually come out in 6 to 7 months instead of staying the full term like they should have. Okay? This is where a child being born with the disease comes from, because the mother's body was already in a disease state, even if she wasn't diagnosed with a disease. All right? And this is what your child ate, was disease ingredients and chemicals, was in a disease-forming environment, household, eating off a disease-forming toxic pots and pans and plates. Probably you were smoking, drinking, clubbing, popping perks for 10, 15 years before getting pregnant, right? Unfortunately. So what do you think your child consumes for those 9 months, which usually isn't 9 months? Toxins. So when your child's born missing a limb, when your child's born with autism, when your child's born with cancer, when your child's born with pre-diabetes, this is why. On top of the fact that the doctors is going to poke tons of chemicals, which you have no idea what they are, into your child's body by the time they're 5 years old, right? Which is around the time the child gets diagnosed with autism. So between you having all the toxins and chemicals in your body, and then the doctors putting the toxins and chemicals in your child, of course by 4 or 5 they're diagnosed and the autism rates are on the rise. And the childhood diseases are on the rise. Is anybody following me? Is anybody following me? All right? Let me know y'all understand. Comment 1 if you understand. Be sure to comment the word join, and then check your DM if you want the detailed herbal protocol for every disease and illness, which I have testimonies for all of them: cancer, diabetes, autism, lupus, all autoimmune diseases, MS, you name it, which is an autoimmune disease, liver issues, kidney issues, doesn't matter. I have testimonies for all of it. Comment the word join if you want those detailed protocols, all right? Cindy says amen. Somebody's here. Confidential comments 1, Sue comments 1. Okay, there we go. There y'all are. There y'all are. What was we was talking about? I don't know how we went from copper to talking about children being born with illnesses, but that's how I like to teach. I like to just come off at the top, and wherever y'all's comments take me, and wherever the energy takes me, that's where we're going. You know I'm charged up on the herbs. You know I'm charged up off of the ginger shots. You know I'm charged up after drinking off the copper. You know I'm charged up because I just came out from the sun, right? You know I'm charged up because I walked up downstairs on my beach this morning like I do daily to get my grounding, right? Without needing all the unhealthy coffee, without needing energy drinks, and you know I got my workout in this morning without pre-workouts and without creatine and without all those trash supplements that they're looking to give you, right? While still no protein powder, while still every gym I go into being one of the top physiques in there, right? You know that, right? All the stuff they tell you is a lie. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. And you know, I realized living on the beach and here in Miami for 3 years and walking the beach every single day, you realize, like, especially with movies and shows and stuff, you think everybody in Miami is healthy. No, it's just like everywhere else. It's very, very rare when I walk on the beach every single day. It's very, very, very rare that I see one man with a six-pack, right? It's very, very common for me to see overweight women, overweight men, right? Just because it's Miami, California, which I lived here for 3 years. Before this, I lived in Hollywood, California for 3 years. Understand, don't let the movies fool you. Even in these locations, even on the beach, right? Muscle Beach and all that, most people have no muscle and most people are overweight. Why? Because most people follow the average American diet, and most people would listen to someone like me and say he's crazy. You understand this, right? Comment some questions. I want to do some Q&A. So we was talking about copper having those trace minerals. Y'all follow me on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram 1, on Instagram 2. Oh, and I got it setting on stainless steel pans. We want to cook out of stainless steel pans with no harmful toxins, all right? We got to do this. This is very important because you may be cooking alkaline food, but you're cooking it out of toxic pans. So you're still getting those cancer-causing chemicals all throughout your body, all right? You're still consuming them. You're inhaling them as you stand over the pan and cook it, and the steam comes up to your nose, all right? And you're inhaling it through your lungs. You're like, I don't smoke cigarettes here, but you stand over your toxic pan every single day and heat it up and breathe in that. So that's even worse. On top of the fact you're smoking cigarettes and hookah and vapes and weed and all that stuff, which smoking anything creates toxins in the lung, creates acid in the lung. An acid environment is what disease loves. So this is why you have damaged lungs, right? Yeah. No, I don't rock with the coffee. We do herbal teas. I just went over the herbs that I start my day with. There's many beneficial herbal teas you can start your day with, or a combination of those. Okay? Yup. So we got to be careful, and even sometimes with the Teflon and stuff, you got to be careful with the coating and stuff. That's why I tell people, be sure to, like, the easiest thing to do is stainless steel. Why? Because those non-stick pans and all that stuff are full of PFAs, PTFEs, all these forever chemicals that when you scratch them, when you overheat them, what do? You breathe in, and it's cancer-forming toxins. It's toxins that alter your organs, that damage your brain function, the neurotransmitters in your brain, and damage you all over. Cast iron's cool. A lot of people don't like cast iron because it rusts so quick. So if I had to give you a top two, it'd be stainless steel and cast iron. But I understand the people that don't want to deal with the cast iron because it rusts so quick. Okay, so you can do the cast iron, but you gotta be able to manage the rust on it, because you also don't want to be consuming that. And they rust quick. So, but yeah, that's like the main things. And then it doesn't leach those PFAs, those chemicals that are coming off of your standard pans that most people are cooking off of. This damages your hormones. This is causing the thyroid issues. This is causing the fibroids in the women, on top of the soy and the other things in the food system that I've talked about. But just talking strictly on the things in your household, we have to watch out for this stuff and what we're cooking on. Because those chemicals you're inhaling and that you're cutting, if you're cutting in the pan, then it's getting in the food, that's throwing off your hormones for the men and the women. This is causing erectile dysfunction for the men, and you don't even realize it. This is one of the key factors. All right, this is why all these things are constantly on the rise, okay? And then when you add heat to these pans, not stainless steel, not cast iron, but the ones I'm talking about, these toxic pans, again, this is throwing off your body completely, okay? It's throwing off your body completely. What questions I got on Facebook, on YouTube? Let me know. What are your thoughts on a vegan diet? Again, a lot of people follow me and you have no idea what you're following, which is weird. This is an alkaline plant-based page. So it's technically vegan, but it's more specifically alkaline plant-based, because you can be vegan and you can still be consuming tons of toxins, not only from the stuff in your household, but from the foods that you're consuming. Most of the stuff in the vegan plant-based section in the grocery store, go look at it, flip it around, and you'll see all the harmful ingredients that I speak against, all the glues, all the toxins, all the different chemicals and colorings, but it's in the vegan section, so you think you're doing something good. But yes, I am 100% plant-based. I have been, always will be, and this is what I teach. This is why I posted tens of thousands of testimonials of people reversing disease, but not only plant-based foods, but also making sure, understanding how to clean your produce properly. Also making sure you're getting your herbs in daily, okay? So you can remineralize your body, so you can charge your body up with the electricity that it needs from the biophotons, which is the light and how your cells communicate. Okay, they point at each other, and if it's an unhealthy cell, it has a very low, dim light, so it won't communicate, so it becomes a damaged cell. A cluster of damaged cells is all that disease is, okay? So, on top of that, with the herbs, but also making sure you're getting the toxins up out of your skin, which is your body's biggest organ, which is why right here, I keep my sauna, and I do the sauna every single day, on top of working out. So it's a lot of things that go into it, but when you think about it, it's really not a lot compared to the high amounts of harm that you're doing to your body over the years and decades. If you eliminate those things and incorporate the things I teach you, it would actually be much easier. You actually would need to purchase less things and less ingredients, because it's less to do and less to make and easier to control, right? So that's what it's about. All right, so we're talking about the stainless steel. Tomorrow I'm going to come on live. I'm going to teach y'all how to make y'all's own toothpaste. I'm going to teach y'all how to make y'all's own body butters, lotion, deodorant. We're going to do all that, all right? Your cutting boards, you gotta have a wooden or the bamboo cutting boards. So again, when you're cutting, you're not cutting up those microplastics and those toxins from those toxic cutting boards and all those chemicals. Again, it's throwing off your hormones, it's damaging your brain function, and much more. What other questions y'all got? I've seen the grounding mats. I've looked into them. I would much rather you actually ground. Again, wherever you're at, find a place with grass. Find a place with sand. All right, anything but the concrete, the sidewalks, and all that. Like, I'm sure if we don't make excuses, you can find somewhere to do this. And it's very important to ground at least a good 10, 15 minutes per day. Take your shoes off, take your socks off. You don't want no rubber insoles in between you and the ground, so those negatively charged ions from the ground go up through your feet and recharge your body, because your body is electric. All right, and then on top of that, when you're outside grounding with your feet in the grass, in the sand, in the dirt, that sun should be hitting you, hopefully wherever you live, so that also you're charging your body up that way, which will also repair your eye function and much more, and decalcify your pineal gland. This is very important stuff. But they don't teach us this in school because they want you sick, broke, stupid, and soft. Y'all should know my phrase by now. Let's see. Somebody says, I think theoretically, I don't know what you're talking about. 10,000 plus real, verifiable lab results, real names in them. Healing testimonials I've been posting every single day for 5 years straight to one of my pages. I never miss a day, even when my other pages are banned. People no longer having cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure. People who went through chemotherapy 2-3 times only to damage themselves, then coming to me and me giving them the herbal protocols and then reversing their cancer, never getting it again, and actually rebuilding their immune and lymphatic system back, which the chemotherapy damaged because it damaged all their good cells also, right? Ain't no theoretical to it. It's facts. All right, what other questions y'all got? And I got the lab results to prove it and the real people to prove it. And I post the video testimonials of the real people who came to me every single day. Black, white, Hispanic, short, tall, old, young, doesn't matter. Male, female, you name it. I got a testimonial for it. Facts. What other questions? Oh, he was talking about the wooden cutting boards, but yeah, the main thing was like the microplastics and all that. That's the main things with the wooden cutting boards, and you don't want that chemical absorption. All right. Yeah. Comment the word join. If you want those detailed protocols, check your DM. Comment the word join and check your DM for the detailed herbal protocols for every disease and illness. What other questions y'all got? Let me move this out the way. What other questions y'all got? I'll do a couple questions before I get off of here. Oh, you know what? I was going through, I was in my closet the other day. You know how people ask, and I did a video on this, this is when I lived in Hollywood, about 5 years ago in 2020. I keep forgetting 2026. So like 6 years ago, and they was asking, are you certified this and that? I got all these little dumb certifications. They stay in my little tub. What I got? U.S. Career Institute, nutritionist specialist, all right, ISA, right, injury specialist, nutrition specialist, National Council of Health and Nutrition. Oh, I got all these. I got thousands. This is just some. There's about 10 certifications right here. We don't care about none of those, because most stuff I learned from those was trash information that I just needed to pass so I could work at a gym and as a nutritionist at the time. But all that information is trash, and I'm glad I learned on my own, right? Because most stuff in those is nothing. That's why when people ask me, are you certified? Are you a certified nutritionist? Are you certified in holistic health? I got all the top certifications, probably 20 plus. I've been in the top holistic healers programs and all that. I got all that. I've been doing this for over 10 years, right? Is clove tea a great way to kill parasites? Clove is great. In many cases, depending on what you're dealing with, you need more than one herb, right? You need to use these herbs together because certain herbs work much more powerful together to cleanse parasites, to cleanse disease and all that. So somebody will tell you, oh, just take sea moss if you got cancer. No, you're going to need more than that, right? So I'm going to tell you, take clove if you're sick. You may need more than that, right? You may need to combine the clove with some real elderberries, all right? Some real elderberries, not the fake elderberry syrup you're buying from, I'm dropping elderberries everywhere. I didn't realize it was open, right? So some things most things that people come to you with, especially when you've been dealing with a disease, diagnosed with an illness, that you need to combine some things. That's what a real elderberry looks like. You see that? Yeah, I spilled it all over my table. What other questions y'all got? Let me know. What are your thoughts on plant-based protein powders? I've talked about this many times. The only plant-based protein powder you should be consuming is hemp powder. It should have one ingredient, which is hemp seed. Hemp seed is a complete plant-based source of protein, meaning it has all 9 essential amino acids, all right? All 9 essential amino acids, which is what meat eaters and people on the carnivore diet say when they talk about plant-based, is that you can get protein, but it's not a complete plant-based source of protein. That's false. Hemp seed is a complete plant-based source of protein. Also quinoa is, all right? So if you're getting a protein powder, it should be nothing but grounded up hemp seed, okay? And you can make your protein shake with that. Yep. A lot of you ask me how to purchase stuff. You have a supercomputer in your hand all day, every day. Simple Google search will find most of these herbs, right? A simple Google search will find almost everything I tell you about, everything I just showed you, the copper cups, copper spoons, copper straws, stainless steel pan. Click Amazon, it's one click. You'll find them for $20, $30. It's all about, are you actually going to take action, or are you going to make excuses and say, oh, I can't find them. Where I live, they're nowhere. Click it on your phone. Come on now. I don't recommend black seed oil. I got a detailed video on my YouTube channel breaking that down, just like Dr. Sebi didn't recommend black seed oil, just like Dr. Sebi didn't recommend turmeric. I got a detailed video breaking that down on my page. Yep, facts. I've helped thousands of people reverse disease. I've never recommended them to use aloe vera, turmeric, black seed oil. What are the other common things that people tell you to consume when you're sick? Yeah, never none of that. Tens of thousands of real verifiable testimonials. People no longer having disease. You can literally DM me your health issue. I'll send you 10 testimonials that you can verify are real as soon as you DM me, right? That's what I do. People DM me, hey, I'm dealing with liver issues. Have you helped somebody with liver issues? Yes, I have. Here's the link to get the protocol, to get mentorship with me, blah, blah, blah. But by the way, here's 15 testimonials for that too, just so you can look through it and know that I'm not capping and making stuff up. And you can see the real names in them. So if you want, you can DM those people also and say, did you actually follow T-Walk the Hawks program? Are you actually in his university? Did you actually follow his detox? And they'll tell you yes. All right. It's funny. I posted that new herpes testimonial, the HSV testimonial of the girl that's in my program who followed the HSV herpes detox and used the herbs and the food guide and all that. She sent me an audio message. She told me it was cool to post it. I left her name in it, right? Said it was cool and all that. And I posted it and she messaged me. She's like, yeah, all these people are DMing me asking, did I really use your program? And I'm messaging them all back telling them, yeah, you're legit. You're the first person to help me. I tried all these other people's herbs, this and that. So I just thought it was funny, like how people try to like fact check me or cross check my testimonials, which is fine. That's why I leave the names in them so you can verify they're real. Yeah, we don't deal with garlic or turmeric. That's horrible for you. Garlic is horrible. Never recommended somebody use garlic to reverse the disease. Just like Dr. Sebi never recommended someone to use garlic to reverse the disease, right? All turmeric it doesn't matter. You're talking about what you're buying in the store, but you don't understand the chemistry of what the item is and the food and how it interacts with the chemistry of the body. Once you understand that, you understand what I'm saying. That's why I break these things down in detail on my YouTube channel also, and in my holistic university, Health and Finance University, where I teach you holistic health, but also 10 plus streams of income, because most people that follow me are black and brown people, which unfortunately we fall into the lower side of income in most cases. So many times when people reach out to me or tell me they need help or have a reason as to why they're eating unhealthy, it's due to finances. That's why I also teach finances. This is all included for $29.99, less than $1 per day. Your Netflix subscription is $24. It ain't teaching you how to do much at all. Most of y'all wasting your time watching all these series, but you ain't leveling up your mindset. You're not leveling up your knowledge on holistic health to help your family, your loved ones. You're not leveling up your knowledge on crypto, on stocks, on how to invest in land and things like that, which is why you always be behind the ball. And unfortunately, in a large percentage of people who are struggling financially and struggling health-wise, okay? Oh, my friend got a BBL and now she's losing all her hair. Well, that's unfortunate because she could have just, she could have put in a lot of hard work in the gym. She could have drank a bunch of hemp seed protein powder and quinoa and upped her calories and, and worked out properly. And she could have built that, but everybody wants the quick fix nowadays. And I'm not sure what toxins they put into her BBL, unfortunately. It's rotting her hair out, then we can only imagine, okay? But sounds like she definitely needs a detox, but detoxing, it may or may not work considering that the stuff is all up in her butt cheeks right now. So, have to look more into that. Okay. What other questions y'all got? Oh yeah. So if you want to join the university, you can comment the word join also. All right. Comment the word join, $1 per day. You get mentorship with me. I personally respond to your questions on video multiple times per month. I drop a post in there multiple times per month saying drop all your questions on this post. I'm doing a video recording, replying to everyone personally. You can drop your lab results, whatever. I'll analyze it, give you consultations. That's all included. The detailed protocols for every disease, my 30-day detox, which is where a lot of the testimonials come from. And then the full course and modules literally taking you from beginner to expert on holistic health. So yeah, it's group mentorship with me, $1 per day. And you also get the full detailed courses, not no cookie cutter nonsense, full detailed courses on 10 plus streams of income, including crypto and my exact crypto notifications. Anytime I'm making moves in crypto, I tell my members, I give you my exact list of 100 plus coins that I have my hard earned money, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in, which is why many of my members are making tons of money with crypto. So if you want that, comment the word join, or you can click the link in my bio. If you're watching this replay on YouTube, the link will be in the description, or you can type in healthandfinanceuniversity.com. All right, another one of the coins I told my members to buy is now up 24x in a matter of about 7 months. I told you all to buy it when it was 0.0003 cents. It's now up to about 1.5 cents. If you do the math and calculations, it's about a 25x. Meaning if you put $100 in, your $100 is now $2,500. Okay? Meaning if you put more in, if you put 1,000 in, you now have $25,000. All right? No one else is teaching you how to do that and showing you the testimonials and screenshots in real time of people saying, yeah, I made that money. This is all for $1 per day. Nobody else is doing this and never has and probably never will, because most people are going to charge you 500,000, 3,000, 5,000, because, you know, that's just how people move. Okay? So you can comment the word join for the link to all that if you want, or you can click the link in my bio or go to healthandfinanceuniversity.com. Any other quick questions before I get up off here? Yeah, people always ask, why do I wear shades? I always block my eyes from the blue light because I have 4 phones up, laptops up, I got lights up, all that stuff. So blue light is very dangerous for your eyes and causes, raises your A1C and much more. So I do my best. You know, I'm getting these rings around my eyes because I've been teaching nonstop for, 10, 12 years straight, every single day. Nonstop new videos every single day for 10 years straight to one of my pages. Most days I'm posting minimum 3 videos per day. All right. So I'm sacrificing my own health and eye health by holding this damn phone and these lights in my face and teaching all day, but it's all good. It's all good. Rub some coconut oil up in that to hydrate my skin and keep it moving. My mom has kidney failure and diabetes too, and is a bit overweight. Should I jump right into the fruit fast with her, or should I lean her off the BS food slowly? I mean, she's always going to get the best benefits by switching to the fruit. She's not going to get hurt by switching from, as you call it, the BS food. If she can go cold turkey right into the fruits, that's going to be great. Since she's dealing with kidney failure and diabetes, I also would highly recommend incorporating herbs, the detailed diabetes protocol and kidney protocols in the university. You can comment the word join or click the link in my bio to lock into that, so you can make sure you're getting your mom on the right track by someone who has the proven results. And you can literally DM me Prada_UO, and I'll send you 20 video testimonials of people who follow my diabetes kidney protocols right now. You'll see their names in them, so you can verify that they're real people. You'll see their lab results, and some of them, for the people who decided to send me their lab results, you can verify that these protocols work. That's a fact. All right, does anybody else do that when they're live and tell you to DM me any health issue, and I'll send you 20, 30, however many you need to convince you that you can actually, not to convince you to buy from me, but to convince you and give you the willpower and the belief system and the motivation and understanding that, oh, everything the doctors told me about taking these pills and I'm stuck with it the rest of my life is wrong. All right. If you want, you can say, send me one black person, send me one white person, send me an Hispanic person, send me a female, send me a male, send me a young person in their teens, and send me a person in their 50s plus. And I'll send you a testimonial for every single one of them with the names in it. You can verify they're not real, no AI pages, and you can actually DM them people and ask them, did you actually join his university? Did you actually follow his detox? Did you actually follow his protocols? And every single one of them will tell you yes. Many of them have brought split screen on live before. Facts. Comment the word join if you want to lock in. You're going to get that mentorship from me where I answer your questions 24/7 every single day with quick responses. All right, either me or my group specialist who I've trained to make sure they know every single thing that I know. And then multiple times per month, I come on video. We do live Zoom calls in consultations and Q&A. And I personally respond to your questions on video and call out your question and give you as a detailed response as possible. That's a fact. Let's see. If you're watching this replay too on Facebook, you can still comment join on the replay in the comment section to get the links. I know the Facebook is more confusion to find the link in the bio for some people for some reason. Help with inflammation. What foods are you eating? Jamoris, what foods are you eating? If you're dealing with inflammation, what foods are you eating? Because I can tell you what foods are causing the inflammation. The meat is causing the inflammation. All the white rice, the brown rice, all the unhealthy pastas is causing the inflammation. All the snacks that most people are eating in America is causing the inflammation. So, you ask me how to reverse inflammation. What foods are causing the inflammation, right? What causes the most inflammation? Uric acid, high levels of uric acid. What foods are the highest in uric acid? All meat. Yes, fish also. So whether it's red meat, chicken, pork, I don't care if it's cage-free, farm-raised, with halal, whatever other names they tricked you and marketed you with. Every cancer research site will tell you that it creates high levels of uric acid, which is the worst acid, which is highly carcinogenic and highly inflammatory. So if you got inflammatory issues, you got gout, you got arthritis. If you look up what causes gout and arthritis, it'll tell you high levels of uric acid in the body. You can look up what foods cause high levels of uric acid, and everything I just said will be there laid out for you clear as day. But most people don't read. That's why I do the reading for you and bring the information back to you. All right? Don't worry. I'll do it all for you. Okay, I had somebody DM me today. Hey, yo, I really need help with with diabetes. I really need help with diabetes. I'm having so much hand pain and foot pain because diabetes cuts off your circulation. So you start to have pain. That's why many people start to lose their eyesight, start to lose limbs, fingers, feet, legs, all that stuff, right? And I look at the history, and I had already replied to this person 3 times over the past, in 2025 alone, where he asked me, yo, what's the link? I need it. I'm ready to get started. Yo, I need to get going. Boom, I sent the link 3 times. And then I look back, and this same person has been messaging me since 2020, so for 6 years. And I look back at the history, and every time I've replied to this person, even twice, I sent this person a personal 1 minute long audio message explaining what he's going through and how to fix it. And here we are 6 years later, and his health is continuing to deteriorate. He has more health issues. Now he's losing feeling or having pain all throughout his body and all of his limbs because he hasn't taken any action. So I write back, and I'm very straightforward. I'm not here to baby you all. I said, it's up to you to take action. This is what you need to do. You know what you need to do. He even messaged me in 2022 saying he wanted to pay me $500. I messaged him back, said, you don't need to pay me $500. All you need to pay me is $29 to get my full protocol, my full detox, and the group mentorship with me, where you can ask me questions, send me your lab results to help you reverse and not have to be on these pills for diabetes and the insulin and your A1C being rose and your body aches and everything you're dealing with. So this person's been going back and forth and not taking action for 6 years. And I see this when y'all message me. Y'all think I don't. I look at the message history. First thing I do when someone messages me, I scroll back and see how many times I've replied to them before. People will say, oh, yo, I messaged you. I need to know what to eat. And I see that they've commented Barry on many posts and received the free ebooks, 5 free ebooks for commenting Barry, telling you exactly what foods to eat, what foods to avoid, some of my detox systems for free. And then they'll still message me like I never sent it to them before. I'm like, at this point, you don't want to heal. You actually want your health to deteriorate. You don't want to take action. You just want to reach out so that you can feel good within yourself to make you feel like, oh, I did something today to take action, when in fact, I know that I'm not going to do anything with it, and my health is going to continue to deteriorate, and I'm going to continue to let myself down. When I look in the mirror, I hate how it looks. I hate the pant size. I hate my belly. I hate my blood work, right? I hate the fact I got to go to the doctor. I hate that I got to go pick up my prescriptions at CVS and Walgreens. I hate that the doctor's telling me I'm stuck with it. I hate that they're telling me I got 5 years left to live. I hate that my wife has the same health issues. I hate that my mom died from the same thing, and I still won't do nothing about it. It's crazy, yo. It's sick. This world is sick, but that's because these foods have damaged your brain so much that you don't even realize how insane you are. Because these foods and these ingredients, they used to be called behavior modifiers. That's what they were first labeled. These foods and these ingredients that are in your foods, that's what they were labeled first. Okay? They literally modify your behavior and your brain thought and how you think about things. So you're not even thinking as a rational human being because you consume so many of these sick foods. Right? Which now has put you in a place where you have no discipline, no determination. Your hormones are all out of balance and out of whack. So you have no energy. For the men, you have no testosterone, so you have no drive to get up and go, and no grit to take care of your family and create a successful business and become an entrepreneur and break free and get some freedom and do something that really means something to you, that can mean something to the world, to your kids, to take care of your kids, to get some finances so you can create freedom and send people all over the world and go on trips to the best locations and experience different fruits because you've been dumbed down, right? You've been, I want to say another word, right? I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to get back, right? I'm going to stop. Let's see. They want you to hold their hand, yes, and free. And I don't mind holding your hand. That's what my university is for. But also I run a holistic health business, a high level business, okay? So I almost said nothing is free, but I give away so much free. I give away over 40,000 free ebooks every single month. Because every single month, I'm having my page, I'm making videos, posting, and at the end of every video, I say, comment Barry if you want 3 to 5 free ebooks, depending on the video. So every month I can track it in my analytics. I'm giving out over 40 free ebooks. And then people want more, and I say, okay, it's $29.99. All right, I do free lives like this to motivate you, mindset talk, to go over different things and products. I think in the last 2 weeks alone, I went live about 12 times. Right? So almost every single day, 20,000 plus free videos for 10 years straight. I never miss a day. Brand new testimonials every single day for 5 years straight. I never miss a day. Like, there's only so much I can do for you. At this point, you got to get up, right? You got to wake up, and instead of drinking a V8 splash and an unhealthy Gatorade, just take a stick of ginger and put it in the juicer, press start so it brings it out and drink the thing. I can't drink the ginger. I used to always say, like, you can lead a man to water, but you can't make him drink. I can lead a man to knowledge, but I can't make him think, right? I'll put the knowledge out there. I can't make you do what needs to be done. Like, you got to find that within you. You got to want to be around for your family, for your loved one, for your kids. You got to be the one, you got to want to change generations to come. You got to want to hustle and learn how to invest properly and take a little bit of educated risk so you can make money, so you can be the first millionaire in your family like I was, right? You gotta want this. The only thing that separates me from many people who ask me how to get the life I've obtained is because I wanted it more than anybody else that was around me. And I come from an area where nobody wants it. So therefore, I had no mentors. My father was a crackhead. My brother was selling crack to my father. So I have what J. Cole say, no role models, and I'm here right now. No role models to speak of. Searching through my memory, I couldn't find one, right? Couldn't find one. So guess what? I had to use the internet, which everybody has access to, and find father figures or big brother figures who were speaking knowledge, speaking motivation, speaking a different mindset that was around me. Whether you live in the hood, whether you're from a small town where nobody else is successful, you can find these people from your phone and listen to them for free on YouTube or on TikTok or on Instagram or whatever, to at least incorporate their mindset into things. And then you can analyze, what are they doing? All right, they got freedom. They retired their mom. They got my dream car. They got this house. They got perfect health. What are they doing? What programs do they offer? What ebooks do they have? What books did they read? But it's up to you to want this stuff. All right, we're going to end it on that note, okay? This replay will be on my YouTube channel. Literally. YouTube, T-Walk the Hawk. All right, my Facebook is at Holistic Space God. You search pages on Facebook, Holistic Space God. Shout out to that. At the time of this recording, I just started the page less than 3 months ago. We're just hitting 200,000 followers in 3 months organically. Shout out to y'all, okay? And then all my Instagram pages, at T-Walk Talk Fitness, at T-Walk Talk 2, 2, okay? And then at Holistic God, all right? Y'all should know my phrase. If you don't, do what you gotta do what you gotta do, because it's that simple. I don't believe in if, try, can't, almost, or maybe. I get it done, no excuses, nothing to it, but to do it, point your finger in the mirror. If you blew it, take accountability. If you're sick, it's your fault. You keep eating the sick foods. You keep eating disease-forming foods. If you're broke, it's your fault. You keep spending your money on dumb stuff that's not leveling up your knowledge. It's not leveling up your understanding of business and investments. That's not leveling up your knowledge on holistic health. You got all these subscriptions to Netflix, Paramount Plus, Prime, this and that ain't bringing no value to you. You waste hours of your day. You waste your free time that you have doing dumb stuff. You spend your Friday evenings, your Saturdays and Sundays, which is when most people have the most free time. And instead of studying, instead of taking a course, instead of joining someone's university, instead of reading the ebook, instead of reading the book, instead of meditating, doing something that actually brings value to you, you would rather drink, smoke, party, club, hookah, who you fucking this and that, who you linking up with. Let me pay $9 for this OnlyFans account so I can do all night, right? This is what you're doing when you could have learned how to change your life in many different realms. From 20 to 30, I locked in and did the opposite of everybody else. I never drank, never smoked, never popped a pill, never been to a club to this point in my life. Right? Never party. People hit me up. Yo, you want to come out? Yo, this girl want to link up. No. I'm reading, because if I can lock in from 20 to 30, by the time I'm 30, I'll be a millionaire, the first millionaire in my life. I will have perfect health, because I'm not going to do the toxic things y'all are doing, which is why around 20, I had all these diseases and health issues. And by 27, I had no diseases and perfect blood work. All right? So do the opposite of 95% of the world. And watch how easy success comes to you. Watch how easy freedom comes to you. Watch how easy health comes to you. And then watch at that point how everybody wants to get a piece of you. And then they want to get around you even when you was the clown and the weirdo in the beginning, because you weren't doing what the cool people were doing. We're going to end it on that note. Holler at y'all later. Some of y'all need to share this message in this replay to a friend, to a family member, to your son, to your nephew, because some of them ain't got father figures. So some of y'all need to send them some people. Again, they may not have that around them. You can send them people that's speaking this, which most people ain't speaking like this, so that they can level up their mindset and be like, you have to watch this. Peace out. But it's up to you. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace. I love y'all. Appreciate all the support. I will talk to y'all soon. I'm going live tomorrow to teach y'all how to make your own deodorant, body butters, toothpaste, and much more. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out.